So about 8 months now after the Book of Boba Fett premiered, we're finally actually getting Boba Fett from the actual series, and it's making its way around at this time. Uh, it's a good figure in a lot of ways. I do have some concerns about it, and I know there's definitely a lot of controversy about this figure since it's unique in a lot of ways, and it might give some insights as to what the future of Hasbro might hold. But anyway, we'll dive right into this review and talk about it all, and we'll start with the package here. So, not your typical vintage collection packaging. Now they're getting released as these boxes, and this particular action figure is considered a deluxe action figure, which is, just looking at it, I think most people can agree that it's definitely not a deluxe. A few extra accessories like stormtrooper helmets and parts that Boba Fett should come with anyway, I don't think make it a deluxe. So, and another concern about this is it's believed that Hasbro might be doing away with the plastic bubble on the vintage collection action figures, and that this might be the type of route they're going for. I'll open this up in a second, but there's absolutely no normal plastic used at all in this package. It's all just cardboard and paper, and the action figure itself wasn't even wrapped in any plastic or twist ties of any kind. It was just slotted in between cardboard, and you'll see in a second. But that is a good pose there of Boba Fett. There's all the accessories it comes with. Again, I don't really see anything that's deluxe about this. To me, a deluxe action figure is it comes with, it has the action figure and plus loads upon loads of accessories or diorama pieces that go along with it. Stormtrooper helmets advertised on the side, and then Mr. Morrison himself. So we'll open this up for a second and show you what it looks like. Again, absolutely no plastic used at all, just paper. Put that to the side. So basically the action figure slotted in right here. Some of the accessories were wrapped in this paper up here, and some of it was taped down here as well. As you can see, that's it. I know the Dark Trooper that's going to be coming out soon, from the promo pictures we've seen, it's not even getting wrapped in anything at all. It looks like it's just pretty much thrown in the box and that's it. So we'll see. Another big concern about this that people have is the fact that you can't actually see the action figure from the outside of the package. And of course, nowadays we know that Hasbro can have a lot of quality control issues on their action figures, blotched eyes, missing accessories, you name it. So I can just foresee it that years from now, like 10, 20 years from now, someone will buy this action figure for who knows how much. It might be $100 even. We don't know. And they'll be so glad that they finally got the Boba Fett from this series, and then they'll open it up and his pupils are missing on his eyes or something like that. And they spent all this money and there's no way for anybody to tell on this beforehand, and whoever's the collector that sold it would never know unless they opened it. So hopefully Hasbro doesn't decide to go that route. I think if they do, they should definitely discontinue the vintage collection after finishing the original 96, of course, and then move on to an entirely new line. And just so the vintage collection can stay pure and faithful to what it's been. But we'll see in the future what happens. 5 years from now, someone might watch this video and it might not come to me. We'll find out. But I do think for the foreseeable future, obviously with Ahsoka, the Incinerator Trooper, the Stormtrooper with the cannon, and the Dark Trooper, for instance, that deluxe action figures are going to be here for a little while. So without further ado, let's take a look at this Deluxe action figure. So overall, it's very nice. It's definitely a different look from Boba Fett compared to his classic look. So a few of the negatives I'll say about it off the bat is that it definitely feels very cheap in a way. The plastic feels like very fragile, like it could break easily. And especially among the jetpack here, these flame accessories that it came with, I suppose that's the deluxe component, but they're very hard to insert in the jetpack, and I almost felt like I had to break the jetpack just to be able to get them in. It might be different for everybody. Some people might look at this and be like, oh, I had no problem at all, but for my sample, I definitely had a harder time with it. Like I said, watch out for paint apps. Very hard to do when you see when you buy a brand new in the package. I've seen some where the visor is completely not painted at all even, so just something to be wary of. Of course, he does have a removable helmet, and this is definitely one of the best facial sculpts and paint in general that I think I've ever seen on a Star Wars action figure. It definitely looks like T. Morrison himself, and it looks very good. I really like it. It's even got some of his scarring in it. I don't know if that's my sample or if that's meant to be there, but it definitely fits. So, go over some of the accessories it comes with. Of course, the jetpack is removable. Fits in there very good. I know the original Fett Legacy Boba Fett from The Empire Strikes Back that came out in the 30th anniversary collection always had a problem with keeping his jetpack in place and would always fall out. So, good to have a Boba Fett where the jetpack sits firmly on his back. So another accessory is this, his missile on top there. It's very loose, obviously, or at least it feels kind of loose, but it seems to stay in there not too bad. And of course, these flame accessories here are removable. Like I said, they feel very fragile for me, and I felt like I had a hard time trying to get them in place. I'm not going to remove them for that purposes because I don't want to risk breaking it. But lots of good detailing on his jetpack there. Definitely a little bit different compared to the classic version. Of course, he comes with his signature rifle there. Really not a whole lot to tell about it. It's painted very nice. Definitely could arguably be the best version of this rifle that we've gotten to date for Boba Fett. And then he comes with this blaster as well. Again, not a whole lot to say about it. It's painted very nice for the most part. Let's see. And overall, I mean, my particular sample, it turned out very nice as far as the paint. It looks very good. Like I said, just from an aesthetic point of view, this is definitely one of the best action figures in the vintage collection. But again, the feel of it feels very fragile, so just something to be careful of. Articulation's fantastic. That's one of the best ball-hinged necks there I've ever seen. Not too often do you get a figure that can look down quite like that. Good range on his shoulders there. good on the elbows, goes past 90 degrees, always a plus. And has ball hinged wrist as well. That one goes up and down, and this one goes up and down as well. Both of them do. And of course he has the hips, very good range on his hips there. And the swivel thigh there. Hinge knees. Goes a little bit past 90 degrees, and then very good ankle articulation. Even has the rockers. Let's see here. Put that back in place there. So yeah, it's overall it's a very good Boba Fett, I would say. Too bad he didn't come with any accessories for his gauntlets there. And helmet's very nice as well. The rangefinder doesn't move. At least I don't think it moves. Doesn't look like it, nope. Unfortunately. Strange that the Death Watch Mandos get the movable rangefinder, but Boba Fett does not. And then for the last two accessories we'll take a look at. Again, on the stand there is these Stormtrooper helmets. So the story behind these, definitely a lot of questions as to why they included them. Allegedly, Hasbro included these so you'd be able to add variety to your Remnant Stormtroopers. So you can swap out helmets since all the Remnant Stormtroopers have the same paint apps. This is a way to diversify your collection, I suppose. Stormtrooper helmets are painted okay. You can see they kind of got lazy eyes a little bit. Like this one's got a slanted left eye there. This one's got a slanted right eye. Looks a little off. Other than that, the paint looks okay on it. Not sure if this is the exact same sculpt as the Remnant Troopers, but that's the story behind those. So yeah, that's about all there really is to say about this Deluxe Boba Fett. So would I recommend it to you? Well, it all depends what you want, I suppose. If you're only looking for one Boba Fett to have in your collection, I would definitely recommend going with the classic one, the Return of the Jedi one that came out maybe 2 years ago now. And keep in mind, because this is considered a deluxe action figure, this is $26.99. Very expensive for the average collector, and especially I really feel bad for a lot of the kids and the teens that are just now getting into collecting. I've been collecting since I was 5 years old, and at the time action figures like $4, $2 or $3 on clearance even. So for any kids or teens that are just now getting into collecting, or they want to get into collecting, it's a very expensive hobby these days, and it's very unfortunate. Sure, the action figures look the best that they've ever been, but even back in the day, a lot of the action figures looked really good too. And you look back and it's very impressive what you used to get for like $4.99 or $3.99 or whatever. But if you do have the disposable income, this is definitely the chance to get this Boba Fett. $26.99, I doubt it's, and Boba Fett being such a popular character, I doubt he's going to go on clearance. And even if he did, $20 is probably still what you're going to be paying bare minimum for it. So if this is an action figure that you can see yourself wanting in the future, this is your chance to get it while it's still retail price. Who knows what the value of it will be a couple years from now. Again, Boba Fett's usually an expensive character in general for any of the action figures. So this might be your chance to get it if you want it. Especially if you want to book a Boba Fett, Boba. But like, again, if you only want to pick one for your collection, I would definitely stick with the classic one, which I think you could still find for somewhat reasonable price on eBay. It's been a while since I've checked. But anyways, I hope you found this review informative. There will definitely be a lot more coming in the near future. Again, I hope to branch out and do some more other videos besides just action figure reviews, maybe like a top 10 in the vintage collection, or we'll see. There's definitely loads of ideas that we can do, and let me know if there's a particular video that you would like to see as well. If you haven't already, please like the video and comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more reviews, and thanks for watching.